New at 6, a North County citizens group is calling for an end to what they call a series of violent incidents directed at Latinos by sheriff's deputies.
Within the past hour, the group held a candlelight vigil and protest not far from where this 21-year-old Latino man with Down syndrome was recently beaten by a deputy. 10 News reporter John Carroll is in Vista with what the man's family is demanding from the sheriff's department.
Shortly after 5 this afternoon, folks gathered at the corner of Vista Village Drive and Santa Fe Avenue, a lot of them holding up signs talking about ending police brutality. Now, earlier this afternoon, I sat down with Antonio Martinez's family 1 month and 1 day after he was viciously beaten just feet away from his family's bakery. This was 21-year-old Antonio Martinez exactly 1 month ago, one night after he was walking to his parents' bakery in Vista. The abrasions and bruises still fresh on his body.
He didn't have to use that kind of violence towards him or anybody.
Antonio Martinez's younger sister Jessica is still very upset about what happened to her brother. Antonio was walking to the family bakery when a sheriff's deputy saw him and thought he might have been involved in a domestic dispute. That deputy, Jeffrey Guy, saw Martinez pull his hoodie up over his head. It was cold that night. He told him to stop, but Antonio Martinez kept walking. Then Guy pepper sprayed him and beat him with his baton.
We are making justice because he has Down syndrome, and it's not fair for him for what they did to him.
I'm very confused.
Antonio Martinez's father, Francisco, still has trouble talking about what happened to his son that night. 10 News cameras were there one night later when a sheriff's captain showed up with apologies and an offer of a Christmas turkey. But Francisco Martinez and his family want a lot more than that.
The first thing I wanted, the charity department, they got to fix this kind of problem.
Jessica Martinez says she knows the best way to start fixing the problem.
And I wish that the sheriff gets fired or he needs to get punished for what he did. Because if he just stays like that, he's going to be doing it all over again to other people.
Now, the sheriff's department does admit they made a mistake, but beyond that, they won't comment, saying it's a personnel matter. We'll stay on top of the story as it continues to develop. In Vista, John Carroll, 10 News.